Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are still at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, and I found an interesting guest I've interviewed already several times for Commodity TV, Fiona Leydier, and she's the Vice President of Corporate Communications for E-Cobalt Solutions, so another battery metals company. Fiona, great to have you again here.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is going on a little bit? Let's say like an update. I think we spoke the last time, it was in November last year, at the Battery Metals Summit in Zurich, and some good things happened. Maybe you want to elaborate a bit on that.
Yeah, so we had just appointed a new CEO just before we last spoke, in October actually. Mike Callahan, who has extensive operational experience with underground narrow veins similar to the Idaho Cobalt project. And over the course of the last quarter of last year, after he joined us, he spent his time visiting with investors and shareholders, market participants, also going down to site, putting his boots on the ground and really getting his hands dirty, if you will, in terms of the project and getting into it. And really looking at the assumptions that had been made in the feasibility study that we were working on and challenging those assumptions along with our technical team to really determine if this was the strongest, best project that we could put forward in the face of the ongoing volatility that we've seen in the cobalt market. He knows from his past experience that it's really important to ensure that a project can withstand the low price environments so that it can be around to capitalize on high price environments in the future, right? So,
but you will be anyway the next producer, right?
We are the next near-term producer in the cobalt space. The only primary cobalt deposit coming online in the near future, and with that comes obviously a lot of challenges, and also being first out, we want to make sure that we're setting an example, doing things right, and being successful at getting this project off the ground is really going to pave the way for other projects to be able to do so as well. So it's really important that we be prudent, and so the technical team and Mike took a step back, looked at the feasibility and the work that had been done, and it became, they identified that we actually have the opportunity to increase the throughput rate, the daily mining rate, by 50%.
Oh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, which, as you can imagine, will have a positive effect on project economics and put it in a position to be more resilient in these volatile price environments that we've been experiencing in cobalt, and which historically cobalt has experienced. And so we announced a corporate update at the beginning of this year that we would be increasing the throughput rate by 50%. So that work needs to be completed on the feasibility study before we put out the feasibility study. So that's
a new model, right?
It's not a completely new model. It's basically resequencing the mine, doing some additional engineering on the mill. But it's not a completely new feasibility study.
Some parameters you have to adjust, I would say.
But it was because of all the work that had been previously completed on the study previously, as well as all the other market work that we had been doing, that we were able to be in this position now to create a project that's obviously going to be much stronger coming out of the gate.
I mean, 50% more throughput is also much more production then, right?
Yes, it brings up cash flow, makes it obviously stronger economics up front, and although there will be an incremental cost of about 20 to 30%, that's put off or traded off by an increase in project economics and stronger economies of scale.
Super. And the cost also will go down significantly, I can imagine.
The economies of scale will go down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Or will be better. Will be better. Yeah, definitely.
So then next steps to do that, you said, okay, you have to remodel a little bit. You have to adjust some parameters. How long will that take?
So the internal work on the feasibility study to resequence the mine and re-engineer the mill to the 1,200 tons per day. So it was previously 800 tons per day. We're now going up to 1,200 tons per day. That work will be done over the course of the next few weeks. The key that will be missing is what final product will we be producing, and that will be determined based on offtake. So the offtake agreements, we're basically working with a short list of potential offtake partners who are currently analyzing samples that we've sent to them. And based on their analysis, they'll send back indicative terms, and those indicative terms will have product specifications. Now, every refinery is different. And our product is actually also quite unique in the market. It doesn't exist in the market yet. All of the cobalt that you see out there comes as a byproduct to copper or nickel with different metallurgy. This deposit is in the Idaho Cobalt Belt, which is a primary cobalt deposit with copper and gold. But there's no product like it out in the market right now. So as you can imagine, these refiners are having to understand this product and how it will fit into their own feed. And so each refinery will have a different product specification, and that will determine what is the end product that we actually end up producing. Based on the most attractive commercial terms that we receive, that will be the end product that we produce. So once we have that in place, we'll be able to roll that information into the feasibility study to finalize the feasibility study. So it could be a few weeks, it could be a few months. We still don't know.
Yeah, of course.
So hopefully
it's foreseeable, I would call it.
It's foreseeable in the foreseeable future, and all for the betterment of the project to make sure that it's a strong project now and well into the future.
Of course, of course. So when you have done that, what is the next step?
The next step will be getting project financing secured.
Voila.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with those, we've got some major catalysts coming up over the course of the year. Signing the offtake, completing the feasibility study, and then getting the project financing in place to be able to begin mine development and start portaling underground.
Super, perfect. So that's maybe something we can talk then already at PDAC.
Absolutely. That's the plan.
Super, fantastic.
Okay.
Anything you want to add?
The other thing I wanted to add is our technical team. I think they deserve a lot of credit for getting us to where we are now. The company today is so different than where it was even a year ago or even 6 months ago. The technical team that we've put in place, we've really put in place over the course of the last couple quarters, I would say. Individuals that come to us from Barrick, from TMAC Resources, Lundin Mining, Gold Corp.
So from the big guys.
Yeah.
The good guys,
Guys that have been on world-class projects, who have built mines, operated mines. The company has never had that caliber of talent internally before.
That's what you need.
Exactly. It's really signaling a transformation for us as we evolve from a developer into a producer.
Super. Perfect. Fiona, thank you very much. Great update.
Great.
And we see us in 8 weeks in Toronto.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Fiona Grand Leydier. And you heard great update about eCobalt Solutions. And things are moving very well. So they have to adjust a little bit the feasibility study here. But I think on the very, very positive side, because 50% more throughput, this is outstanding. First of all, okay, you need a little bit more money to put up the production, but on the other hand, you have much, much faster, higher cash flow, and this is exactly what you need finally, because this thing has to go in production. This world needs the cobalt from eCobalt. So we keep you posted. In 8 weeks at PDSA, we will talk again. Thanks, and bye-bye from Vancouver.